Alexa. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Megan.
Hi, Megan. Glad to meet you.
Hi. So today's your first day in for counseling. Have you ever done any counseling or therapy before?
Not not necessarily this way though.
Okay. Tell me what brings you in today.
Like struggling a little bit with perfectionism.
Okay.
Can't quite really be okay with doing things just halfway. I feel like I'm always on the have to do it a little bit more.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that, or can you give me an example?
Well, I guess just being here. I mean that in itself is one of those am I doing the right thing for myself by saying I'm coming here, or am I making myself feel weak because I have to come here? So I don't really know how to judge that other than knowing that I want to not feel the way I am feeling, which is always feeling like I can't do enough the right way.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that you're here because you feel like no matter what you're doing, that it's not enough. Even if you're giving 100% that you feel, or you feel like, is your 100% enough?
Yes, actually, exactly that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
No, absolutely.
That's, yeah. And I don't know how to describe it or put it down into words to make that a change.
Okay. How long has this been something that you feel you've maybe always struggled with, or is this something new that's come up recently, or maybe something you just realized?
Yeah. Well, I suppose a certain circumstance for the past month that occurred, but overall, I think that's probably something I've battled with without knowing that I've been battling with it, because
Sure.
I didn't know how to pay attention to myself that way. So
Okay.
I guess I'm learning in two different worlds.
Okay. So what shifted? I noticed you said about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a big shift or change that happened that made it kind of come to the light for you?
Okay, that's a good question. Probably. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, I guess I don't really get to let myself think that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a different shift, I suppose, that bringing it together right now at this very moment would make sense why I'm thinking about that, because I'm on
Sure.
a different form of happiness, if you will, I guess.
Okay.
A different way of understanding being okay with not being perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're looking to get rid of that feeling. You don't want to feel like you have to be perfect. You want to just do your new you, or your best you that you're working on, and not have that little voice kind of in the back telling you it's not enough, or you could do more, or am I off with that?
Okay, that's a little creepy actually. How did you, that's a little weird.
Okay.
I'm not weird, I'm not,
Yeah.
This is kind of new for me to.
Sure, absolutely.
How did you know how to get right there?
Well,
That's.
I'm going to say hopefully my training gets me there, right? And I think a big part of, why anyone who's in my field does it is because people are important to us, and we, hopefully that's something that we're good at, is making those connections, just kind of feeling that out.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot to share without even sharing anything. So
Yeah.
I'm a little.
That's okay.
Actually, a little weirded out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take your time. Take a breath. Relax. Don't put yourself under any extra pressure, or don't feel too seen. If that's kind of what I feel like, you're like, whoa, how did you?
That's exactly where I'm headed with that. How. That's almost like a spooky feeling. You just could
Yeah.
kind of like read my energy in a way without having to say a whole lot. Like I really don't think I've told you anything, and yet I feel like I've told you everything.
Right. And I feel like sometimes when we're listening, like I listen, maybe I hear more in the things you say or don't say, you know, and kind of put it together. So, but that's hopefully what I'm supposed to be doing, is to help you kind of work through that. So, or to try to figure those things out. So, you know, please don't feel uncomfortable, or don't feel, you know, I'm here to learn and help you along the way, however you need that support.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really don't know what else to say at the moment.
Sure, no, absolutely.
I'm grateful.
No, take your time. It's okay.
So why did you decide to allow yourself to see me? Like, why would you take me on as, like, came in here kind of unknowing what I'm supposed to do? Like, why would you agree to see me? Frickin' basket case.
Well, I think, you know, obviously when you first come in, I don't know, right? I took on a client referral, and so I'm hoping that it's a good referral for you, and, you know, not something that makes you feel, you know, too standoffish, that, you know, that you're, you know, concerned. My goal is just to, you know, help you in increments, you know, and we can, you know, break things down, slow things down, back up, you know, whatever you're feeling. You know, I don't want to over.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No, it's my pleasure, and I'm so glad that you did come in today. I think I hear a lot of good things. I hear that, you know, you've had some changes in your life within the last month. I hear that you mentioned you're living a new happiness, and that's, you know, something that we can touch on, you know, a little bit later, or in a different session. But I hear,
well, and while you say that, part of me wonders, am I entitled to that happiness? Like, do I allow myself to be that feeling? Because I think maybe that's part of the reason I'm here, is
Sure.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here because I have so many problems, or am I supposed to be here because things are going well, and how do I keep them going well? Like, I guess maybe that's what confuses me of seeing you.
Sure.
At all.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, for each person that comes for counseling or therapy, it's different reasons, right? Sometimes people come because they have so much they need to resolve, and they need someone to kind of talk it through with. Maybe not everyone has someone, or they don't want to share it in their, you know, intimate world. It's more comfortable to share it with someone who's outside of their, you know, circle. And then you do have people that come in, and it's not that everything is wrong and not working in their lives. It's kind of like, am I feeling complacent? Am I feeling, you know, so people come in for different reasons. I think everyone deserves happiness. So if that answers one simple thing, you know, we all deserve happiness. And there's so many different things in our lives that make us feel like we don't. And those are probably some of the reasons that, you know, you're questioning what you're doing. But you absolutely deserve to be here. You deserve that happiness. And, you know, I think it doesn't have to be that things are not going well. It sounds like things are going much better. So no, it's you're in a good place, and you're doing the right things.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. So
wow. So do we get to, like, what do I do? Set this up with you again for next week, or a couple times? Do I, like, talk to somebody to set it up with you, or?
No, absolutely. We can look at coming, and we'll set some goals and some things we'll work on. But we can certainly do that, and I can set those times with you, and we can continue on and keep digging in and getting you to a great place.
I'd be grateful. If I can be honest about one thing, like, if you could reach out to me, I don't tend to do that. I kind of do something and then just kind of shut off. So if you wouldn't mind pressing me a little bit to make sure that the next session happens. This was kind of a big deal for me. So
Yeah. What if we set the next time today
you would
before
do that
you
with me?
even leave?
You would do that right now?
Absolutely. Let's grab our calendars.
Oh my gosh. Okay.